Hello, weebs. Welcome back. Raikou does Disco Elysium. Waste no time and continue this. There's some plastic wrapped macaronis with the humanity something. It says humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale. There are clothes inside. Keep secondhand clothes smelling of strangers' body. Odorous.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off. What are you talking about? Haven't you heard, officer? Because you have to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash. Keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. That doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving? Why, look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting here, not getting bought? Got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we need to leave for our children? Uh, Alright, it's just nature. Powerful economies expand, weaker economies go extinct. No? I don't know. I don't have children. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, you want to be around to enjoy the economy. Don't let me stop you open the box and browse a little. Alright. You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch, sweat in all the wrong places. Box smells like cat piss, like an old person with no money. Right. Economical but also trendy. Look, first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving. Alright? Find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags. Something cold grazes your hands, synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Not that much. Definitely not that much. Speakers from the people of Samara. You see two lowly defeated speakers, thralls, enslaved, or slaves basically. Perched atop them, like conquerors surveying the land, pair of fallen, durable wear sneakers. Ultra Series.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the speakers. These once respectful speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable fallen ultras atop them. A small heat embossed on the veneer reads Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. Speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities. No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. What about the speakers, though? Does anyone want those speakers? They're Samaran garbage. Seem to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them. Samaran trash? Sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat. Can I buy the speakers? Alright, I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Look for you, I've got the best on sale here. You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers. They are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? Can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If on the other hand you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for a little extra 50 cents. Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first. So what do they look like? Are they good sneakers? Pair of Fallen Ultras. Design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and silver lined midsole. They're the latest, super rare, super fine, super cool, and only 50 real. That is madness, my bro. That is stupid. Hey, psst. Who, me? Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. How come there's word on the street? You keep saying things like down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, and pay all the people who have more than 25 real in their pocket. Literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff. Oh right, that sounds like me. Funky style, very funky, so tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Then we get right down to it. Wait, first, what's this communism all about? Failure. It's about failure. Failure? Yes, abject failure, total irreversible defeat on all fronts, absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped, and pissed on until you come along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class, towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers, million-headed armies of nations, and love your own mother. You against the atom, the charm, and the spin. But the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend the human will. Human will failed to get out of bed, tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade. Time to go. Let's get it done. Communism, baby. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Wait, what? You didn't say anything about those before. Too late to back out now. Can't make it out of it without breaking a few million eggs. Alright. What's this thought? Mazovian socioeconomics. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. Fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right. Until he woke up today. Spiritual corpse responsive only call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covering ghosts, seaweed. He is a big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Maybe after I start getting my shit together. I think that's something that needs to start happening. Start getting done. Yeah, food gifts. Trash can. What's in this trash can back here? Anything good? Some plastic trash. A little bit of money. There's another trash bin here with some fingerless gloves. Water lock out of order until Wednesday at 7:15 a.m. Good to you, officers. Burly man hangs out by the water lock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the water lock, and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. What are you doing here? Man on the water lock. Friend Bear the Butcher is on the other side of the water lock, giving him company and eating his salami. In the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and gray overalls waving at you from across the canal. You go away. He seems disappointed by the wreckage on the water lock and the salami. The man on the water lock picks the skin off slice of salami, takes a sizable bite. Very good stuff. Thing I can do for you, officer. You know what caused this wreckage. I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revshul. Too bad it all takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a water lock. Rest of the coast is closed off till then. You know what's further down the coast? Oh, there's the fishing village, the abandoned fish market, the Zorro church. Not much use to the congregation though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Really not much else. Just bombed out ruins. Can I have some of that salami? Sure thing. Oh, that fixed my hand. That was great. My hand was broken till I had to buy that salami. Now I'm all better. This is just all healed up. It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty. You want some too, officer? Turns to the lieutenant. The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. Takes a slice from the man and chews on it. Alright, let's see you later. What I get? The gloves, that's right. Gasoline stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. Worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provides some warmth and comfort. Sure, I can wear those now that I don't need touch the body for the moment. What is this? Oh, it's a pawn shop. I need to go in here. I do. Alright. Yep, that's a good old antique cash register over there. Military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Bust of a woman. I simply says DEI. Film projector. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say phone. What is this? It's the headless phone rider. And who the fuck is that? An urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a phone tracksuit. As you can see, he's missing his head. 50 cents, bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it or something. It's part of the story. It has many interpretations. He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head. The big men on big horses clad in limlar armor and carrying flintlocks, kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Who are the knights? Franco-Nigerian knights. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. He used to be very serious about these guys. They're the ones in blue uniforms. Not all blue. They also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets. What are these guys? Royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution, but they're painted a bit too brightly. And who are the ones in rags? It isn't meant to look impressive if you have rifles, but most of them carry pistols, some even shovels and tall sticks. And who are all of those? Those are the revolutionaries, of course. They're the revolutionary soldiers. The poverty has been exaggerated for the effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. I guess it's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. Maybe. Alright.
It's not often that I see officers of the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of his shop. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no,
Not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately, RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Typical vacuous consumerist objects.
Keeps me entertained.
He responds, unimpressed with your critique. He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe? What is he on? He definitely is high, whatever it is. You've probably done it. And many other things besides, but you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his words, talking to him, might give you more clues. Might be able to aid in our investigation. Do you know anything about the recent hanging? Doing best to keep my distance from all manners of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone. Doesn't know anything. Alright. I can't sell this handkerchief. You gave me that when I was throwing up, man. Alright. Wow, that's going by quickly. Well, okay. I need to ask him. If he has any guns like the ones carried by cops. Someone else came in here the other day asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back. This is a pawn shop. And it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert. Wait, so I sold you my gun? You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. That you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Raikou citizens' militia. I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions, the unhealthy kind. Was the Blyer a policeman too? Didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. Found her interested in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it and of her. She was terrifying. Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Montanez with it. Alright. Look, I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime blaming it on the citizens' militia? You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. Where is this? I think I got it. I have to find her. Do you know where I can find her? You have no idea where she was coming from or where she went. Needle in a haystack, there's nothing you can do about it now. You just have to hope you luck upon her somehow. Oh man. Hey, so we've been mentioning you internally, and now we know your Papa type. Monitoring you. Alright, there are Kappa types. Alright, guess what's yours? I'm the cool cop. No, I'm the sorry cop. Cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? What are the other Kappa types? Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. You're sorry to say the things, so here we go. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Kappa type from sorry to anything. Alright? Let's do it. See if you can get something out of this, like info, or maybe every time you say you're sorry you get $1,000,000? That won't happen. What is this rigorous self-critique here? Alright, look pal, you're one sorry piece of shit. A cop penitent, a flagellant cop monk. This is not the right line of work for you. You should be groveling at the feet of a feudal lord, providing lurid evidence against yourself at a Mazovian show trial, or ripping the flesh back cat o' nine tails. Whatever made you this way, you can be damn sure it was your own fault. Do it. Really criticize yourself. Who knows? Might cover something of importance from your guilt-ridden past. Maybe, eventually, I will do that. What do I keep? Oh, the gun. Maybe someone knows something. I'll have to stumble upon those things, I guess, eventually. There's a street light. Is this a street light? His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide. Where did you get this? It was brought to me to be altered. Rather clever what he's done with it. What did he do with it exactly? I can't see what it... He just turned it upside down? How much is it? Whoa, what the fuck? Are you out of your mind? It's also the matter of rewiring it, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago. No. What about those? The boom boxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. Classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it. So about that machine up there. Is the Harman Walshy W02 made in Vesper, designed in Seoul. Says plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. Even got a little video in there. Set you back 12 real. Are you sure it's in working order? Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found songs, music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music. Alright, so once I get that much money, I'll come back. I think I've gotten my shit together. Finally, though. The bizarre scientific news from Rachel West today, where police officers shit observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long shit singularity lasts. So all endurance white checks are unlocked. The learning cap of endurance is raised to 4. That is cool. Now I have room for something else. Like, that. Be communist. I love it. Now that, I've leveled up, I can go back here and try this again. Cool. Back at the Hanged Man. Now that I've leveled up. Beautiful. Leveled up that. But did it level it up? No. It just raised it higher. I don't know. Anyway. It's a good thing to have. An ancient fountain. Doesn't pump any water anymore. And there's a tree in it. Alright. Let me save it again, just in case anything weird happens. Been known to happen. Alright. Let go of your nose without throwing up. Finally. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides, your eyes squinting, you stand in it. They always do that. They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in this decomposition here. The man before you was naked, but a pair of underpants. But for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. The skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. Fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. Cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material of the boots appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots, they're armor. possibly part of a larger set. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor are sabatons? They are ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide. The heel, Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather Model T 500 VE. Vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. What happened to the rest of it? The locals probably scavenge it. It'll be odd. Had more on him after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. They are more yield information. Not Lord Kuno, who's eyeing you suspiciously. This is one thing he might actually know. If he was just wearing these boots and... Oh, understood. Sabaton's dangling off the man's decaying form. Ageless and sympathetic. Material looks out of place here. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws the line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men, semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. For the northwest region of Revshul, Narfa's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. Wait, that's my yearly pay? Not too much, yes. Sounds puny, no wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. Mr. Guard implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own suspicions. Or own assumptions. Initial report? Just something I scripted together for my station. An area report on Montanez. I'm sure you did the same. Okay, that makes sense. No, he shakes his head. Your first instinct was correct. The equipment is way beyond the security guard can afford. Alright, pull the boot off. Stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above. The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm. Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it? You're going to pull his head off. I'm not a homo. Indeed, from the angle it does look like his neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles. We could conduct research into their weakness. Yeah, I was gonna take it in for like evidence and stuff. Alright, maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside the boot. The boys at processing. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They're fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet? You are sure there's a way to peel them off. First, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. Alright. Anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky. Alright, got it. Processing will take care of them, but the situation in the morgue will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. He looks toward the boots. Should we continue? What about the belt? The hangman's knot is pulled tightly by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, sliding buckle tells the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother to the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo onto 6-rotor airships. Alright, so tell Kim that. Airlifting. Thought it was used on lorries, strapping cargo to them. So apparently this is a reinforced kind for air transport. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I guess since they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention, not incriminating themselves. So we're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it, or they sure want him to stay up there if the rope is reinforced with steel wiring. Was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing. Okay. You should ask me for one the first moment we get. Alright, I guess he understands. How do they even get him up there? This is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. He points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Can I climb up using the kid's ladder? Ladder can't carry a gone man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch and then pulled the belt to close the buckle. Could be. Stay with the branch supports the theory. Alright, what's next? The tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, or this is his right shoulder. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. The concentration is highest around his heart. Is this a microelectronic system? If only a cursor's knowledge of the science of cybernetics, I would not know if it were. It's not quite complex enough, is it? Doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. Somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite? No, you're nowhere near right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. There's a Trigat Sunshine Mini. Thank you, Rain, for knowing things about the world. Trigat is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication. This skill is so good. It's just like a tutorial about the world. All these weird words and ideas come up, and your brain's just like, here's what it means in this story. Here you go. Manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. Camera looks familiar. An instant color camera. Produces two metal capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. Thin slot shines there. I have only two ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. Once the camera at the corpse being entered, the lens needs adjusting, and then sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest, in case we need it. Lieutenant says, and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Cool machine, bruh. Yes. He slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? There's only one ampoule left. Use it wisely. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. So you want his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We need to show this around. Alright, can I have it later? I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. Like everything, fuck. You've lost your mind, you've lost your memory, you've lost all your clothes and your shoe, you lost your motor carriage, you lost your ledger, you lost your badge, you lost your gun. You lost all your money. Fucking bro, dude. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. A glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin is colorful. Chemical rainbow on photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head, his face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. Death's head grin is past, remains is an unrecognizable mess. Who are you, dead man? Is male 40-50 with an athletic build. Alright. I'll come back to that later eventually. Yada yada. So how do we get him down? Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? I missed some of these things once he's down. So what is there? Look more at it. As you narrow your eyes, most before you blurs into a violent mist of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours of post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink. with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. So his face and hands are pink. Thighs too. Lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, real pronounced discoloration here. The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. Stomach appears pregnant. Something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot. So what do you think? So I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Agreed? Especially on the neck, the belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. Hypostasis supports a hanging. Could it still be he was moved after death? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck, see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. Something's coming out of him. Full of blood and feces, is eaten in frozen mud below the man's feet. Purged liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck is saying? They're talking about shit, alright? We got lucky. Did we? I don't feel lucky. Alright? He's been beaten up. Most of them are post-mortem, maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Stop talking riddles, coin slot. Means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up all brutal like. Alright. I think he's dead. His personality is no longer a part of the world. Totally dead? Oh my god. Alright, I need to say it. The world no longer stores its personality in its composition. There was time for that, and it ended 7 days ago. He nods in agreement with this advanced piece of conceptualization. Having mulled it over, the lieutenant says, sounds about right, yes. I think that's everything. Let's get him down from there. Oh, the steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. Doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. Even if we do, there's a question of cutting the airship strength material. We saw the branch. Climb up there and assault that branch. Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way with us falling down off trees. Maybe we could shoot him down. Yeah. Bang bang time, pigs, shoot his head off. The lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim. There. The buckle holds the belt together. Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. Tend the corner with some shit. They'll miss. Pigs will miss Kuno. I won't be too sure of that. I do have a pretty high perception and hand-eye coordination. Wait, let me try it. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Alright, let him choose. Silence! The Zebo sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouting stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A990 Armistice mass-produced muzzle loader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. Then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches, his finger is on the trigger. Easy does it. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, "God damn it. A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Kuno could have hit it easy. Then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?" It's okay, man. I'm gonna feel sorry for the binoclard. The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand. What now? I have to say it's beginning to look unlikely we can get them down without assistance. You don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself. Can I have the gun? I should try. Bad as it is, they're shooting firearms like punks. Pauses and then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. Be shined in his outstretched hand. They only have one gun. This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen. This is hilarious. Take it, you fucking banana porca. Shoot yourself in the mouth. You always feel the weight of the thing and your respect for how much power and substance the weapon has. The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Finger fits right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down. The fuck you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth. Point the gun at that belt there. The logo comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm. When you shoot yourself in the mouth, but you won't miss. Alright, shut the fuck up. What? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about? No. Close your left eye first. Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the moonlight as the corpse slowly rotates. Slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically. The movement has analyzed. I'm not gonna point the gun at her, but oh man. Alright. Please let this work. Yes! Got him down. Buck was exposed in tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, look at the body slumped down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself. Who killed you? Communism? Oh no, I'm a communist. It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench. Oh my god. Oh, you've been policed. Aces high. The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap it. The aces high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, it used to celebrate success in revel, especially in sports. Gesture has spread across the world despite the defeat of the revolution themselves. You could add an ace's load to it if you like, by turning your back after the high, waiting for another. I slap and wait for an ace's low. I'd love to see this. Come on, you guys better do it. Thyra eyes with a sharp slap. As you turn, there's a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does. And with furious precision, Lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my god, it's a thought that you can invest time in. Yeah, with that, you got a problem with it? He cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone's strangling a seagull. There he enjoys himself. I knew they suck each other off. What now? We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death, but before... Excuse me. He needs to turn away from the corpse. Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. Ball seems to have released something deep inside it. It looks like I feel like taking a break from this stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before the autopsy. Alright. Take back your gun, bruh. In the meantime, we shall try to interview Eva Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. Points to the belt. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. We could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says that Wild Pines has sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Avat. You could ask the gardener for the directions. Is this the famous list of initial interviews? Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go. Fantastic. There's plenty of stuff to do whenever I jump back into this, but for now, that's gonna do it for this year. Of course, it's gonna continue smoothly into the next one, but I'm not gonna be working on it anymore until next year. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, that's what it's there for. If you have anything to say, positive or or negative, comment below. I'll read it about one way or another. I'll catch you next time.